Okay, so we're definitely still on phase one of the cleanup operation. The last tree that we have to clean up before we move into the back wooded area is this elm tree here. And if anybody knows anything about elm trees, they are just a twisted mess. I mean, they have limbs going everywhere, if you can see here. But the goal of today is to get this thing, I think there's about 3 major limbs I need to get cut down and to get it on the other side of the fence so I can load it up and take it to the dump later this week. So we got we have the willow tree. The willow tree is completely taken care of. The pine trees are taken care of. I got most of the blackjack tree done. There's one limb way up to the top that I can't get. I mean, I'm gonna have to either rent a lift or hire somebody to come do it, but I can't get up there. It's out of the pole's reach. It's out of my reach. I can't climb the tree and get up there and get it. It's just too far up there. So we might just have to let that come down naturally. Luckily, it's out of the way of everybody. Like if it falls, it's not gonna hurt anybody or anything. So I may not mess with it at all. Like I say, the last tree that I have to do is this elm tree. And elm trees are they're just a mess. I mean, but like I say, there's like 2 or 3 major limbs I need to get down, chop those up, get them on the other side of the fence here so I can haul them off to the dump when I get time to do that. But I'm just gonna set a time lapse, kind of show you what I got going on.
Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think maybe you ought to know this ain't my first rodeo.
Forgot to mention, we have 2 goals today. One is to get the tree limbs down, and number 2 is to get the tree limbs down without absolutely killing myself. So already I've had a couple of close calls where I had to bail off the ladder because the tree limbs are so high up. I had to basically get kind of right underneath them to be able to, for my pole saw to reach all the way up there. So that's not the ideal situation. That's what I had to do. I had to bail off the ladder, bail on the whole operation as quick as possible. Luckily I didn't get killed or hurt, but we got 2 of the major limbs down. All we have is 1 more. I'm not gonna be able to get it all the way up to the very base of that limb, so I'm just going to cut around the edges and leave a little bit of a hanger there. So that's what we got going on.
I've been around long enough to know there's some things you can't take back, there's some things you just got to let go. Well, I ain't got time to change your mind.
So here's what we got. After we cut down pretty much everything, but up here on the top, there are still 2 pretty good sized hangers right there, and I'm a little bit nervous about those. I've tried my pole saw, both pole saws, neither one of them are tall enough, even when I get up on the ladder. And what the main problem is that bark just holds on to it like crazy. And there ain't nothing really holding it on but the bark. But it just keeps peeling back. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it just keeps peeling back and it won't let the limb fall. And that one is a pretty significant limb. So I'm a little bit nervous about that one, especially when the wind's blowing like it is today. So I want to do my best to stay away from that limb today. May have to have a tree company come out and help me get that one down because that one needs to come down. Those 2 right there could be dangerous. I mean, they're heavy, heavy, heavy. And if you look at the rest of this, what I got, And the problem with elm trees, as you can see, they just sprout out, shoot out all over everywhere, have all these little bitty limbs. I mean, it's gonna take forever to get all this process down to where I can take it somewhere, because it's just, I mean, it is just wiry. And, oh man, I don't even want to think about it really. But it's gonna take a while to get all this process down to where I can do something with it. So the plan right now is to get the bigger limbs so I can take those to the dump and then process them down small enough to where I can run it through my chipper. It's a pretty small one. I mean, it's just a residential one. So you can't run through too big of a thing, too big of a limb through there. And the main problem you have is when the limb splits off, you can't, maybe like that. When the limb splits off in two different directions, you can't fit that whole limb through there. You have to sort it down some more, which creates more of a problem. Sometimes it's not even as fast as it were, but just a pile. I mean, look at all these limbs back here. They're just, I mean, it's gonna take me forever to get this cleaned up, but we will.
I've been around long enough to know there's some things you can't take back. There's some things you just got to let go. Boy, I ain't got time to change your mind.
So I got her broke down pretty good. All the limbs that have to go that I can run through my chipper are over here. All the bigger limbs are over there. And that pile there, these are the ones that can go through the chipper, hopefully. So then all the big limbs that I got cut off there, I got them all broke down where I can load them up and take them over to the city dump. Now the city's taking limbs and stuff to the 14th. So I want to try my dangest to get all this over there by the 14th, even if I have to take a day off work. Because the problem I'm going to have is, if any of this is left over, then of course I have to do something with it. So it's going to be the best thing for me to do is to get all this stuff over there by the 14th, come hell or high water. But at least I got it all broke down. It looks fairly decent. So all I have to do is load up in the truck and take it over there little by little.
Well, you might think you're driving me insane, but I made the game that you're trying to play. You know, I think you maybe ought to know this ain't my first rodeo.
We'll go ahead and show you everything I got loaded up. Tomorrow I have a little bit of extra time because it's Veterans Day and have the day off. So I went ahead and loaded up the little trailer. Got it stacked up full of sticks and trash and junk and stuff from this cleanup. And then I got my trailer, my truck here. I've been taking 2 loads a day for the last week or so. They all been about this size, a little bit bigger. I don't know how many times I've been over there, but a whole bunch. This is the last 2 loads of the cleanup. And I'll be done. At least with the, we'll call this phase 2. Phase 2. Well, we finally got it all cleaned up. Got our yard back. So got all the limbs of any significant size. Got them loaded up in the truck. And we'll take them all over to the dump tomorrow. Well, it took a lot of work, but finally got it done. We got our yard back. Now I just got to tackle the back portion of the property, which is going to take forever. But I'll get to it soon enough. I want to show you the end product of all the work I've had to do because of the ice storm.